Hi, my name's George Rogers. I'm with Choice Skills, and I'll be your host in this video series on how to find and select the best homeschool curriculum for you and your child. Now, I use the word child advisedly because if you are like I am and have more than one child, you will know very quickly that what works well with one child may not necessarily work well with another child. And some of you may have already experienced this. However, the overriding consideration in selecting any curriculum is the why. Why are you homeschooling? Why do you want to homeschool in the first place? The first video in our series, the series consists of 20 short videos, and today's video will explore a little bit why, because it's such an important consideration. The next 9 videos are going to deal more particularly with some of the specifics or practical aspects of selecting curriculum. What options are available to you and which ones might work best for which kinds of situations, that sort of thing. The remaining 10 videos are associated or dealing with how you actually accomplish the why. That's the most important part of education, and frankly, you're not going to find it in any curriculum choice that you make. This is something you're going to have to bring to the table yourself. And our mission at Choice Skills is to show you how. And so in the remaining 10 videos, we're going to be doing that very thing, showing you how you can go about accomplishing this big why. So now, let's take a look at what the why is.
So let me ask you why. Why do you want to homeschool? Do you have plenty of time on your hands and nothing much else to do? Are you kind of bored with life? Or are you just simply looking for ways to bond more with your children and this sounds like a good idea? Or are you dissatisfied with the public education opportunities that are available to you in your area? Or perhaps your child has special needs and isn't getting the attention that you believe they need or deserve in the public schools. You know, if you're in this situation, you're not alone. Thomas Jefferson, mother took him out of public education because the teacher thought he was dumb and wasn't going to learn. And so she knew better. She knew better. Or perhaps there are religious and moral perspectives behind your decision. Or maybe simply you believe you can provide a better education. Whatever your reason, I'd like to suggest that it boils down to one basic desire. The desire to teach your children or impart to them the ability to think rightly. You may not have thought about it in this light before, but I believe it's at the root and core. Let me explain to you why. In the summer of 1730, Benjamin Franklin published an article in the Pennsylvania Gazette titled Dialogues on Virtue and Happiness. At the conclusion of that article, he wrote the following: As the happiness or real good of man consists in right action, and right action cannot be produced without right opinion, it behooves us, above all things in this world, to take care that our opinions of things be according to the nature of things. The foundation of all virtue and happiness is thinking rightly. Consider this: a child who understands the nature of tobacco or alcohol, pornography or drugs, will be far stronger in resisting influences to use them than one who does not. A child who understands the nature of money will be much wiser in how they spend their money. A child who understands the nature of education and what it can do for them will have a far greater hunger for learning than one who does not. After all, in the nature of things, the happiness or real good of your child consists in right action. And since right action cannot be produced without right opinion, and right opinion cannot be achieved without right thinking, or thinking rightly, without it, what is the basis for good judgment? How can one distinguish between a good idea or a bad idea? Or recognize the difference between good or bad, or helpful or hurtful, or useful and not useful? Indeed, the ability to think rightly is the foundation of all virtue and happiness. At Choice Skills, our mission is to provide you with tools and resources designed to help your children learn to think rightly. But for the moment, our objective is to help you think rightly in terms of selecting the best homeschool curriculum for your child. So we'll be looking at things like, what are your goals and objectives? What are your personal strengths and weaknesses? What are your child's strengths and weaknesses? We'll also be looking at different options in curriculum, and how these different curriculum might be delivered, what different learning styles they might utilize. We take a look at program structure differences and how different programs hold your child accountable in different ways, along with differences in focus and emphasis. In video number 2, we'll be taking a look at 4 important questions you want to be able to answer before you go shopping for homeschool curriculum. Now, to receive all the videos in this series, we just invite you to go to Homeschool Curriculum FAQ.com and sign up by entering your name and email address in the box on that page, and you'll receive all of these videos if you're not currently doing so. Thank you for being with me, and look forward to seeing you at our next video on Frequently Asked Questions number 2.